And if you were starting a business right now today and you were setting up a content marketing system, what would that look like?
I mean, content marketing is massive, right? So it's sort of could be SEO, could be, internal linking, building backlinks, blog posts, lead magnets, landing pages, videos, in a way, podcasts, and so on, like anything that generates any noise or content. So if we look at that, for us, it's been successful to blog either about very specific issues people have. Let's say how to add a blog to your Bubble app. It's a very specific thing. You might ask yourself, we don't even look at keyword data, Ahrefs, SEMrush, whatever. We just know we have Bubble users using us right now. And previously, we just assumed we could get them. We wanted to target them. So we don't look at SEO tools at that stage. We're just saying, it doesn't matter if 10 people or 100 or 1,000 look for it. We know that Bubble is a big platform. We know that there's an issue and we're solving it. We're solving a problem. So we have a blog post for it and we're ranking well for it. And that's sort of it. So if you start your SaaS and you can identify either another solution that sort of works with your solution or a specific problem that you're solving, this is always one of the first things I would write about. In Invoiceberry's case, let's say there would be the, top things to do on an invoice, or what is an invoice in general, because a lot of business people, they start their business, they don't know how to create an invoice. So we have blog posts explaining them how to create an invoice by themselves, so like in Word or in Excel. And obviously then we're plugging Invoiceberry within that blog post. So I think my number one advice would be, whatever the problem is you're solving, sort of write blog posts, almost like you would have on your landing pages where you talk about the benefits of your tool and what problem you're solving, sort of elaborate on that in the blog posts. That's probably one of the first things I would do on blog posts before I even start looking at keyword tools to look at which keywords are good to rank for and so on. And then obviously look at your industry. So at Invoiceberry, we said, okay, we have a lot of cleaning businesses using us. We have a lot of plumbers. So what other content are they interested in? You don't need tools for that. You just, need a brainstorming session by yourself, or go to the pub, talk to a few friends, or, talk to a customer who is a plumber and ask them, what other tools are you using? What other things are you doing in your, like on the business side, right? What are you struggling with? This might also be part. So part of our content marketing is having a good segmentation questions. So when someone signs up in the onboarding, we ask them a few questions, right? Like how many invoices they send, like what they're trying to accomplish, and so on. And then we learn, their language, what they're saying, and sort of what they're struggling with. And so also part of like customer interviews, like or customer support, right? So that's another great way of creating blog posts and creating good content marketing. And this is sort of all the blog stuff before you do anything technical, like going to Ahrefs and, finding what are the top blog posts and what are my competitors blogging about and whatever. You don't have to do any of that. You already have your first probably 20 to 50 blog posts covered by just the thing mentioned now. And of course, then you can go to your competitor, check what they're writing about, and write some, like a better version of the same blog post, let's say. I think the first 20 to 50 blog posts are easily covered just with your internal data by not even looking anywhere else. And it's very similar with the landing pages or lead magnets. So at Invoiceberry, we said, okay, where are we in the customer journey? And as I mentioned earlier, we don't want to be an accounting package. We used to say we light accounting because people didn't seem to get the idea of invoicing alone. So we said light accounting, but we dropped that and we said, no, we're like invoicing and expense tracking. And we're very sure that this is our market. So in the journey, there are basically three markets. There's someone who wants an invoice template or writes by hand, there's us, and then there's an accounting package. And we know we're here. And we can generate lead magnets actually for the step before. So we started creating invoice templates. So you can Google for invoice templates, you come to our website, you download a free invoice template as a PDF, as a Word, as an Excel, as in like all different formats and styles, and you get it completely for free. So coming back to the question, if you're building a SaaS right now, how can you attract your customers? To build like free tools or free templates or free resources around what they're looking for, right? So sort of the step before, because these are small businesses and they're looking for just any solution to send an invoice. They don't know if they need an invoicing software. They might even think they need an accounting package because that's what they heard someone talk about in the past. But when they find a template, they're like, oh, yeah, cool, I just need a template. And then obviously they see the website and they leave their email address. And, you obviously then they get subscribed to our emails if they want, and they get some more information. And, they might end up signing up for Invoiceberry. So the important part there is, to add value, right? Like with everything we do in marketing, if it's like being on social media or if it's doing SEO or blog posts, to add value. To not just do it for Google, to not just do it for anyone, but like to do it for that potential customer. And I think you can already get the first few tools or lead magnets that way. And then you can just say, hey, what else do they need, right? So if we looked at Invoiceberry, we see small businesses, they're often, like when in their life do they look at invoicing? Quite early on, right? After the first few customers, maybe after the fifth customer who asks like, hey, I need an invoice. That's when they look. So this is quite early. So they might also look for a business plan because they maybe want a bank loan and they need a business plan. So we offer them business plans. We offer them blog post business plans. We offer them information about business bank accounts in the US or in the UK. Why? Because that's sort of what interests that person, that small business owner at that time, most likely, when they're looking for an invoicing software. So you have to think about your ICP. What interest, like what's on the agenda right now, like this week, what's on the to-do list? Is it like to look for like a business banking account? Oh, wow. If they Google that and they find your blog post, and then maybe that week or the next week, it was also on the list to look for an invoicing software. So, them reading our blog post, being happy about it, and then seeing, the Invoiceberry information there, they might sign up for it in the same step.